I am in the West Indies right now, in Antigua and Barbuda, coming for a beautiful reset, rejuvenation. A seed's dream is to become the tallest tree in the forest, but it needs help from a willing gardener. And without rain, there wouldn't be a forest because the seeds need proper nurturing to grow. And nature works in cohesion, so it's designed that way. The rain, the things from above, as above, so below. The things from above help the things on the ground. The things from above nurtures the things on the ground. The planets, celestial objects above are and control and influences the movements of humanity. So, as above, so below. Do you know your mission? Do you know your purpose? Do you know why you were born? I know why I'm born. I'm the emissary of the androgynous energy God of the universe who sent me here as a vessel, as a messenger of truth, to expose the deception, the lies, the immorality, the non-integrity. I'm here to shift the paradigm, to create unconditional love, morality, integrity, abundance of positivity, being a light bearer of a gloomy sanctuary. So, and that's by helping and healing people, being a service to humanity with my kindness. So, man, truth is dangerous. And living your truth ain't so free because you can die by emulation just by having free thoughts. And an orthodox mindset is a threat to society. You will be labeled a heretic. The Inquisition was created for you because you rather live holistically and don't follow dogma and religious orthodox principles. It will burn you to death. You will be burned at the stake. Your head will be put on a guillotine. So, and that's why people don't want to awaken, because throughout history, the awakened ones have been demonized and buried alive. But that's when you live in fear. Your destiny is your destiny. If that's your mission, that's your mission. You stand for what you believe in. You die for what you believe in. And 100 years later, 500 years later, or 1,000 years later, they will praise you because you were right all along. Just like Galileo, you know, and Copernicus, you know, who said the sun was the center of the solar system instead of the earth. And Galileo was jailed and ridiculed. But 500 years later, after his death, his work is all over museums, and now he's praised and blah, blah, blah. It never fails, man. When the truth first happened, it's hard to accept. That just means you're a genius, you're ahead of your time, you're a rebel, you are emissary.
I outcast myself from society. I don't give it the power to shun me. I am a pariah who self-imposed exiled himself because I know I don't fit in with my surroundings. Therefore, I'm fortunate enough to travel the world. And as a life path 5, Sagittarius moon, and Sagittarius north node, freedom, travel, and adventure are my sanctum, including truth and philosophy. I'm happy to be living my true, elevated purpose. Love is my greatest addiction, but it's also a gift and a curse. After being betrayed so much, I started to feel everyone was out to get me and do me wrong. And ultimately, I was never wrong. The people I love end up treating me like they hate me. The people I show love to are conveyors. And that's a big reason why I don't do friends, because I'm literally sick of jealousy. I'm sick of being hated on. I literally attract it. It's like I'll meet someone, think they're cool, but then they follow me on social media and their true colors come out. Men and women, it never fails. Because I'm fortunate and grateful enough to live the life to the fullest. And my cousin once said to me, it's because you do what everyone wants to, you travel the world. So when people see that, they start hating instead of being motivated. And when you do things differently than everyone else in your environment, the jealousy is stronger because they have a personal relationship with you, or you are reachable to them and they look at you as one of them. And that's why strangers will always show you more love than people who are closest to you. It's just the life of a chosen one. My back has always been against the wall because of that. But I don't stress no more. Because karma is my armor. Karma gave me hope after the assassination attempts on my emotional well-being. Karma is the hitman on those who assassinate my character. So why would I ever trip? Antigua's first settlers were a group of people known as archaic people, and the earliest settlements on the island date back to 2900 BC. The archaic people were succeeded by ceramic-using agriculturalist Saladoid people who migrated up the island chains from Venezuela. Then the Saladoids were later replaced by the Arawaks around 1200 AD and around 1500 AD by the island Caribs. The Arawaks were the first well-documented group of Antiguans. The Arawaks introduced agriculture to Antigua and Barbuda, raising and among crops and the famous Antiguan black pineapple. The majority of the Arawaks left Antigua around 1100 AD. Those who remained were eventually raided by the Caribs. European diseases, malnutrition, and slavery eventually destroyed the vast majority of the Caribbean natives' population. In 1493, Antigua and Barbuda was visited by your main man, Christopher Columbus, naming the larger island of the two Santa Maria de la Antigua, which is named after the church of Santa Maria de la Antigua in Sevilla, Spain, translating to Church of Saint Mary the Ancient. So Antigua translates to the actual word ancient in Spain. The early European colonizers were defeated by the Caribs, though, who were once the dominant peoples of the West Indies. But Antigua and Barbuda was colonized by English settlers in 1632 and remained a British possession, although it was raided by the French in 1666. And due to colonization from the British, Antigua and Barbuda became a part of the Commonwealth of Nations. Now, what is a Commonwealth of Nations? It is a sovereign state in the Commonwealth of Nations that has the same constitutional monarch and the head of state as the other realms. In the Commonwealth, it is an international association of 56 member states. The vast majority are former territories of the British Empire from which it developed. And they are all connected through their use of the English language and being colonized by the British Empire. So who is the king and queen of Antigua and Barbuda? Obviously, it will be King Charles III and Queen Elizabeth II before she died in 2022, because they've been the monarchs over the 14 other Commonwealth realms since 2022. Look at this. This is the dark path, the bright path. The thing is, you can't get to this path over here without coming from this path. This is suffering. This is nirvana. This is the dark night of the soul. This is enlightenment. Can't escape it. You gotta swim from over here to get to these emotions. You gotta come from this dark night of the soul, navigate under a tunnel to get to these emotions over here. Over here is when you learn how to control your emotions and not let the actions of others control you. Not being a slave of no one. Not letting your emotions and feelings being a slave of no one. Over here is when you're purging your emotions. You're figuring out the origins of your emotions, your trauma. So, you can't run from here if you want to get over here. This is what you call peace, tranquility, serenity. When you put peace as your number one priority in life, your mental state is always this. In the middle of chaos. Be the calmness in the middle of chaos. That's how I operate my life and my mental state. Because I operate in the spiritual, not the physical. I stay calm, present, and detached at the same time. So, the way of defeating the psychological warfare is detaching from the physical world. Because you can't focus on trying to change things that you have no control over. So, the greatest war is with self. So you have to make a peace treaty with the reflection in the mirror. World War I or II isn't the biggest, most prolific wars. It's the psychological warfare. Because if you defeated the war with self and the psychological warfare, you wouldn't even signed up to World War I or II in the physical world. Because you were lost and it felt like the only option. But the only war that matters is defeating the psychological warfare. You can't let the concerns of matter defeat your mind. People who operate in the physical world choose matter over mind, not mind over matter. And that's why you're suffering, because you're attached to matter. Look at him. Trying to eat on my apple. Go ahead, player. Don't poop on my book. Yeah, get you some. Chipper coming to play. He looking for me. He was just at the door. There you go, look at him. I'm coming out, man. What's up, buddy? I'll give you something, hold up. Let's go feed my man's Chipper. Come on. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. Look at you dropped it. Come on, man. There you go. Here. There you go. Look at him hopping too. All right, there you go. You got it. I'll leave the rest. My buddy came to chill with me, Chipper. Now, as a person who grew up with skin disorders, eczema, all of that shit, this is so-called candlestick. I forgot the original name. But yeah, it's good for skin and a bunch of other things. So thank you for your services. And I'm about to take some and use some. Damn. Thank you, nature. I love you. You are me, I am you. All right, come on. This is the candlestick. Some more stuff today for the skin, eczema. We just racking up. It's crazy. Got the leaves. All right. Taking care of the body.
Ooh. It's my first aloe vera. Let's take it in. This is sea kelp. This is some herb. Perennial. Just taking shape. This is a little island full of shells, and I also see something I just discovered. Sea kelp. Good for hair, nails, digestive system, all type of things, man. There's a seaweed out there. Ocean herbs. This is true paradise. Only if these cows figured out how to use their horns to untie the rope. Freedom. So Henry, I eat what you eat. I don't eat you. I love you. We are one. So you can feel safe with me. All right? You can have a staring contest all you want. But I'll let you eat in peace. One love.
Now in this picture, I am on my way to Barbuda on a beautiful boat ride.
And the whole beach with a bladder at. Free. They did the bladder at. Man, when I first tried meditation, 2020 January, after a breakup, it didn't work because, you know, my mind couldn't sit still. Emotional wreck. Mind was all over the place, so it didn't work January. So that whole year, finding myself going through things, and 11 months later, I tried meditation again in December. And it finally worked. Using guided meditation, and I was able to be calm enough, and that's when I was making peace my number one priority leading into 2021. And the crazy thing is, the Yoruba god El-Dumarè, where I get my name from, created Obatala with a smooth breath, right? That's meditation, breath work. And I created El-Dumarè through breath work. So that's destiny right there, man. Breath work is important. Breath work is life. So life is good. No matter what. Every time somebody asks me how am I doing, my response is always great, amazing, beautiful. And even if it ain't at that moment, it will be. Because I don't let the moment control my destiny. But 99.8, I'm always fantastic. Because I'm blessed. And I wake up gratitude and say my affirmations, and nothing can stop me. What God has planned for me. So I don't stress. I don't stress over nothing. can't stress over what I can't control. So that's today's message. Don't stress over what you can't control. This is crazy. Travel is a big, vital part of my self-discovery. That's how I research. That's how I understand other humans, other cultures. It's for soul searching. Travel is soul searching. So, and I found a lot of my soul through travel. Going to places like Casablanca, Morocco, and Tangier, where I discover about Ibn Battuta, the greatest traveler of the old world. He's a melanated African Moroccan man, but that's not talked about. They talk about Marco Polo and Christopher Columbus and all of these guys, but the miles that he gained throughout his journey surpasses all of theirs throughout the whole world. So that helped me with my travel. He's a big travel inspiration. So I went to Tangier to connect with his spirit. Went to his tomb and all of that. Places like Kemet, man. When I changed my name 2022 in June, I went to Kemet, Egypt, and for my birthday, October 1st, and to connect. And I changed my name to Saqqara, El-Dumarè, Asar, Saqqara. And Saqqara is like the greatest city in the whole world as far as history purposes. And it's the origins of a lot of things. So that's my connection with there. Went to the Saqqara tomb, the Djoser, King Djoser steps that Imhotep was the architect of. And yeah, man, it's a lot of things that was found in Saqqara. So yeah, and all the other places I've been has just been soul searching purposes. My connections. Soul searching for peace. Every place played a vital moment for my self-discovery. So far, this is my 20th country. 20th country, but obviously used my passport more than 20 times because I've been to a couple places more than once. The 20th country, and in like 19 United States. So, and that's a lot of travel, man. But I'm just getting started. Because people where I'm from, Maryland Avenue, 19th Street, 21st Street, in DC, all it's unfortunate. All we know is our surroundings, where we come from. We get stuck in a box. All we know is the block. But I'm very big on telling people the world is bigger than your neighborhood. So it's things to see, man. Things like this is not in DC. Closest great beach from DC is 2 hours and 30 minutes away, then 4 hours, Ocean City and other places. So there's no direct greatness, a source of livelihood. So growing up in the city it removes us so much from nature. It disconnects us on purpose. The city is fast paced, it's a rat race. So as my travel, being from the city, I always go to the countryside and always be in beach environments and nature environments because that's where my soul lives, not the city. I was born and raised in the city, but that's not what I am. That doesn't define me. It made me parts of who I am, right? It gave me my grittiness, my attitude, my watching for surroundings, growing up in poverty and all of that. I'm grateful for that. That's my beginning in this world. That's not my ending. It's not my destiny. So, man, I am ubiquitous. I am omnipotent. I am omnipresent. Ubiquitous. That means being everywhere. And omnipresence. God is omnipresent. And I am God. So, traveling the world is being God because you're being everywhere and God is omnipresent. The creator, an artist, the creator, and a traveler is the greatest representations of God. Because the artist, you create. And the creator created everything, right? The androgynous energy, divine source. No gender, not a he. God is not just a man, it's everything. God is these rocks. God is water. So, God, this is God. And biblically speaking, this is what we was derived from, you know? So, but that's another story. I accessed my Akashic records without even noticing that I accessed my Akashic records. Until after the fact, I became not obsessed, but just aware of past life regression, past life activities. And I really felt close to a hermit and a shaman. Based on how I'm a loner, I love the woods by myself, and I have solace in solitude. And that's what the hermit connection came with, nature. That's the shaman. And I just would have visions, and my spirit would just connect with the shaman. Everything that the shaman is about. Healing itself, healing others, trying to save others, healing the community. So, and yeah, it wasn't until, I became cognizant of Akashic records, then I'm like, wow, during that age period, I was accessing my Akashic records and me gaining intertwining my present with my past. And it was giving me insight on what I am. And man, as I do my research on shamanism and the shaman, I started with, obviously, indigenous shamanism, African, and the origins of it in Siberia. And I just connect with it all, man. And my spirit animal is a wolf, lone wolf. And I got it tattooed on my neck right here. Because, and the spirit animal in shamanism, it represents everything that I'm about. Everything that I'm about. It's like, it's a warrior. It don't want to fight, but it's a warrior when it has to be. And it's a fighter when it has to be. I'm just in sync with all the attributes of a lone wolf. So, and the glasses I got on, the dragon, that represents Mars energy. Mars is about passion, drive. And the passion and drive that I have to always be the greatest me is unstoppable. That's why I am where I am. That's where I am. That's why I am where I am today in my spiritual journey, because my addiction to knowledge and my a severe addiction to bettering self, addiction to healing. Yeah, man, like we use these words addiction, and it's like, okay, it's about what it's about, it's about what it's being addicted to. So, and I'm just always addicted to bettering self, like for real. I wake up, I eat shit, sleep, breathe knowledge, like straight up. As soon as I open my eyes, I'm studying and before I close my eyes. And, then have the relaxed time of watching things. But still, even when I'm watching, say less television, the things that I watch is informational. Still, I'm learning something from it. I never not look at nothing to not learn from it. So, because that's just how my mind works. And yeah, this represents the fire, man, the dragon. So, but I am Beowulf to any entity that try to put my fire out. I am Beowulf to any dragon. I am the demon slayer. So, two sides of the coin. Are you gonna let the dragons, the draconians, defeat you, or you become Beowulf, the melanated Beowulf, who defeat the dragon? People gotta understand about being patriotic. You gotta treat your soul as your world and fight for your soul like you fight for this immoral country. I'm not a patriot of any country. I'm a patriot of self and spirituality and sovereignty. I'm a patriot of freedom. And being a patriot to a country who oppresses anyone, why would I feel obligated to fight for them? So, and it goes further than black and white. It's just about being a patriot of humanity. And whatever society oppresses anyone, black, white, brown, purple, come on, man. Why would I put my life on the line for that? I put my life on the line for me and my beliefs, not an entity that's controlled by elitist people who want control and power. That's the ultimate slave. That's the ultimate brainwash indoctrination. You're under hypnosis by indoctrination. So, yeah, man. Find that peace treaty within self instead of fighting world wars for immoral countries. That's all. Now where I'm standing, the promised land, the top of the mountain, is a God's sanctuary, the highest of the highest. Every God of any spiritual practice or religion is separated from its society that it creates. It creates a distance. It's very isolated and remote. The Anunnaki, Anu. Ironically, I'm in Antigua, and Anu, is the name of the airport. But Anu is the king of all kings, the god of all gods, who created, Enlil and Enki. But Anu is separated from the society of the Anunnaki. Very remote. And where I get my name from, El-Dumarè, is very remote, is a distant god. So, very remote from a society and its creations such as Obatala and the rest of the Orishas. So, I'm a distant, remote person, man. That's my energy, that's my attitude. I stay away, I'm detached from worldly things, mixed with empathy of it. That's why I am in service of humanity. But I don't let the world's problems control me anymore. I used to, as being a natural impact. But I severed that in protection of myself. So, and now, Nirvana. Grand Rising hike. All the way at the top. See people's houses just be chilling on the top of the cliff. They look like a shed or something over there. But that's the type of goals. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that. Yo, I never saw something like this in person. It's so close. Look at this. Traveling the world, you get to see beautiful experiences like this. Dog, the rainbow's literally in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Holy shit. Oh, yo. And at first, it was moving. Like, at first, it was just like, it showed halfway above, like, the beach down there. But then it pushed back. Now it shows like it's over on the water. Wow. Wonder if anybody live over here. Kind of look abandoned, but you never know. Let's see. Wow. This is literally somebody's house. It's crazy. The sink, kitchen. Wow. Trees growing through the house. Yesterday I was out here. I saw a beautiful rainbow literally hovering above. What is this? The Atlantic Ocean, Pacific, one of them. I don't know right now. But look straight ahead. Me, I'm an adventurer. I love to adventure in abandoned places. When I shoot music videos, they mostly be in abandoned buildings and shit. So when I see this, I go in. Follow the kid, Ghostbusters. This is parapsychology because I am a parapsychologist in training. You know, my parapsychology book about to come out. You heard?